Welcome back, guys. Well, we talk a lot about creativity and self-expression here on Colorado and Company, but one area we haven't explored a lot yet is poetry. Kenya Mahogany Fashaw was kind enough to stop by the show today to teach us more about this art form. Kenya, this is such an impressive art form, especially if, you don't really know how to do it. So thank you for being here.
No problem.
I'm very impressed. I bow down because I would be lost. So can you tell us more about the House of Poetry, what you guys do?
Yes. So House of Poetry established in 2016 with the company that I co-opt artists co-op was a part of, and it kind of was like an introduction to this co-op.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people frequent House of Poetry, and we kind of went by the Bayside because of COVID, and so we took a break. And then coming back to Vintage Theater, they accepted us as being our house hosts, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's been a great success ever since then. We started in January. We do it once a month, and it's open mic. It's not just poetry. People come and sing.
Wow.
People do comedy. So it's a variety of things.
That is wonderful. I'm sure you get so many talented people from all different walks of life. So can anybody join these open mic nights, or do you need to audition? How does it kind of work out?
Yeah, anybody can join. Just show up. There's no requisite of having to go online or anything like that. You don't audition because this is a self-expression art form. So you come, sign up when you get there, and go from there. So it's pretty easy.
Yeah, and it's so impressive too to see people bare their souls like that.
Absolutely.
It's so funny because I do this every day coming on TV, but I don't think I would be brave enough to get up there. So I'm so impressed that people do this. This is amazing. So what about people who want to get more involved in poetry in general, but again, like me, might be a little bit shy? Can you help them do that?
Absolutely. I mean, I think there's so many different entities that go into being a poet.
Sure.
If you're not the one to get on stage, there's writers groups that you can join, and that kind of builds that confidence as well. I would encourage you to come to the open mic and actually listen and see the love and the feel and the energy and the vibe that we offer in the poetry spaces, because it's always love. So I would recommend just seeing it and being in that environment.
I can imagine, yeah, especially having that support from the people that are watching, but also expecting to potentially go up there too, I'm sure is just huge. So what do you love most about poetry? Because for so many people, poetry can be such a great way to express themselves.
Absolutely. I love the community and the communion of poetry. It feeds me like bread, right? It is my bread, word bread, if I can say that,
yes,
word
I
bread.
love that.
But it feeds me, and it gives me an opportunity to lay it all on the stage. If I perform, it is my therapy. It is connection. It is self-expression on a level that only you can express on, an artistic level,
Right,
I guess.
right, yeah.
But it's so important to me, and I love poetry because of that very reason, just because of the connection that it brings. So,
Kenya, do you have any suggestions for people who are trying to dabble in writing a poem, or even just starting, pen to paper? What do you suggest for kind of getting those creative juices flowing?
Definitely listen to other poets.
Yeah.
Find a poet that you are in love with. Combine that with another poet that you fall in love with.
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with poetry the first day that I met her, so I know that there's different varieties of poets that influence who I am.
Yeah.
So just find those different artists, and you will be able to create your sound. But I definitely do your research and write every day. I think writing every day helps to encourage that too.
That's huge. I think everybody assumes too that poems have to be, rhyme, and it really doesn't, right?
Yeah, it's free-forming. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Okay, well, Kenya, I'm gonna have you perform one of your poems for us. I know it's an abridged version, but we would love to hear it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Away.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
Every morning, I wake up. I take a paintbrush and I dip it into the color of mahogany. I take that same paintbrush and begin to paint a smile on my face. Looking in the mirror closely, making sure that I fill in all those blotches of abandonment and abuse. No excuse, just cover, girl. Cover up those black-headed secrets you've had hidden inside your pores for years. Try Maybelline, maybe lean to the left. Maybe they'll miss your missteps. Inhale, breath. Now go out into this world, girl, and don't forget to smile. My smile. I often mistake it for a tire, putting it on one smirk at a time, hoping that I don't catch words afire. Those same old lines of people asking, hey, how you doing? So I have to smile audaciously and say, I'm fine. knowing deep down inside that anxiety has moved in on my mind, heartbeats increasing, depression, been hungry, been feasting. But no time to deal, gotta push through. No time to feel, because that's what grandma them say do. They say, pray about it, baby. Don't let it get to your head, but prayer without work and faith is dead. How do you go to the hospital and check on the illnesses of your body instead on what your mind is being fed? I smile. Thank you, guys.
Oh my goodness, Kenya, wow, so powerful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem.
Seriously, and we cannot wait to come see you and everybody else.
Absolutely.
Everybody go to open mic. Thank you again, Kenya, you're the best. Oh
Thank you
my
for having
gosh.
me. It's
yes,
awesome.
well guys, show your creativity off at the House of Poetry. They have an open mic night on the 4th Thursday of the month at Vintage Theater. You can learn more or snag your spot at vintagetheater.org.